mad bastards loving the Big Show podcast. Get up even closer on Instagram, YouTube and TikTok. Or raw dog it 4 to 7 every weekday on Radio Hauraki.
Yeah, man.
Good stuff,
I
fellas.
reckon, man.
Good on you, fellas.
That's the way to do it, I reckon.
Fuck, it feels good. I was just saying to Mogi,
Yeah.
it feels good. Some fellas going down to a patch of grass and
Sure.
just sort of running about.
Just laying around there.
Yeah. You know, we were just doing some practice runs just to see if
Getting
we could
our
actually...
dicks out.
Getting our dicks out. But honestly, if someone had brought a footy down, it was just like, hey, should we just kick a footy around for half an hour? So much fun.
Yeah.
I feel like I should do more of that.
Yeah.
Do you guys used to
Been
play
about 20
forceback?
years.
Loved it.
We loved forceback at my school.
One of my fondest memories was just as they relaxed the COVID restrictions so you could join bubbles and shit. I can't remember what the exact setup was. Me and Minogue went down to the park. We were like, should we just kick the ball to each other just so we've something to do? Got down there. 2 of my other mates were down there. And we played forceback for an hour and a half.
Yeah,
and
man.
It was fucking awesome. It ruled.
There's
man.
nothing like punting a rugby ball or a league ball.
Wow, I mean,
Or
yeah,
a soccer
same,
ball.
Same, really. And honestly, good fun. And just catching the high ball and, you know,
Got him.
putting a grubber through.
Just climbing up
So
over
we-
the IRA.
Yeah.
He was on my team, but yeah.
Man.
We,
But for the
um,
mark, I mean.
Oh, yeah, and then calling Mark.
Yeah.
We did a couple of practice runs down there, and I've got to be honest, I feel a bit nauseous. I've shaken up the toxins in my body,
Yes.
and my body's going, I didn't enjoy that at all.
You did do it with a dart in your mouth.
That's true.
Yes.
The other good thing that's come out of it, of course, is that, Jace, you weren't going full tilt because you've got a bad back.
Yes.
Now, this is interesting because Keyzie's been driving the training idea.
Yes.
Train, you've got to train.
Well, just something.
Something,
Yeah.
exactly. So I did a little bit of training. I've done I'm going to be telling the truth here. I've done 1 day of training.
Yeah.
And that meant doing stretches, certain amount of stretches, high kicks, getting
Yeah.
those hips loosened up, Keyzie,
Yeah.
high knees, running on the fast feet, all that sort of stuff. And then there was 5 30-meter sprints.
Nice.
Which I did. Now, yesterday I woke up and the ball of my big toe feels like it's got a hairline fracture in it, and I thought, oh, well, that's all right. That'll be nothing. I'll see how I go tomorrow. You notice I didn't mention it yesterday. I just shut up and got on with it.
Yeah. Sure.
And today, the first thing I noticed when I woke up is that I too am carrying an injury.
Yeah.
So this is a risk you take when you train.
Well, this is the thing that I'm quite happy with now is fuck the training.
Yeah.
Like, we'll go, I'll see if my mate can tee us up with a training session just for handing over the baton and just little tricks to maybe early next week. But outside of that, I don't want anyone getting injured. I've seen us do it.
Yeah.
Sweet as.
As good
Yeah,
as it's
just
going to get.
100-meter blast and we're done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And genuinely, I put in the chat today that I saw Jace run about 30 metres last night on the way to the car park
Yeah.
in a leather jacket and jeans and stuff. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, yeah, he
Yeah.
can move faster than walking.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? And so I was
That's
like,
right.
oh, yeah, sweet as.
That's right. Now, the only issue is 100 metres is substantially further than
Fuck,
30
it's fast.
metres.
Dude, I'll tell you what, having a look at it today, and we all mentioned it, like when I measured it out, it was like, holy shit, that is a long way.
I was
don't
genuinely
remember
surprised.
ever looking at 100
No.
metres when I was a kid and going, oh, God, that seems
Nah.
like a long way.
I remember thinking it was like, oh, it could be a bit longer sort of thing. You know what I mean? When I was a kid.
Yeah.
Because I was a sprinter. I loved it. And fuck, I felt so slow doing that. I was like, come on, man. Because in my
Yeah.
head this whole time, but I used to run. I'll be sweet.
I'll be sweet, yeah.
Holy fuck, I'm
But it's
so
not.
much slower.
That's
Yeah.
right, and you're 15 years closer to your glory
That's
days
right.
than us.
Yeah, that's right.
Plus.
Yes.
But the good thing is, like guys like Ruda, for example, he never had glory days.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So at least there were some glory days
That's
there.
right.
For all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
But my
substantially longer than I was anticipating, actually. It freaked me out a little bit, to be honest.
But you're sweet though, all right?
I can do it, but what's going to happen for sure is a gradual slowing as I
Yeah.
get closer to the finish
100%.
line.
And it is for me, it's just wanting to do nothing, so hopefully my foot comes good, because the last thing I want to do is land and it just goes and she's all over. I think the beauty of this is, and we've sort of known it from the start, it's going to be really close.
Yes.
Really close.
Yeah.
Well, I thought
And
Mogi was
injuries.
a surprise package, actually.
I'm not surprised.
I was impressed. Very impressed.
Hey, you were
Very. And old Pugsan,
The funny thing about Pugson is he's really tall, but he runs like a shorter guy.
He does.
I feel like Pugs, you
Is
could
he
add...
really tall?
I think once the sprint trainer gets a hold of Pugs,
Yeah.
you're going to add 2 seconds to your time.
100%.
You're going to take 2 seconds off.
Because
100%. Because
you're like Jace with his golf backswing. He only goes back to here, whereas if he went back to here,
yeah, your
I'd
feet
spray it all
don't
over
kick
the
your
place.
ass. You're like a shuffle runner.
you're going...
Yeah, and you
Whereas-
still go fast.
Whereas you're like 6'2" or something, so you could be getting them... Was 6'3", sorry. So you could
Is he really 6'2"?
No.
He'd be 6 foot plus though. He's 6
Yeah,
foot.
I was going to say, fuck.
But
I've never
honestly-
met this Pugs.
And then Jace,
He was great.
You run quite like your feet are going for it, and your hands sort of just do this. Well, you can't see because it's a podcast, but this is up on YouTube as well if you want to watch that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, 11.7 from you, Keyzie. That's pretty quick.
That's-
Wow, I mean it was slippery, so I
Yeah.
can do better.
And you
That
just
fucking blew me away, actually.
Yeah, well, fellas. I mean,
because
I
when
don't-
you said that you won at your school sprint, I was like, fucking, what kind of school was this?
2000,
But boom, man.
Yeah.
2000
You're
kids,
off,
man.
man.
Oh, mate.
That's seriously, that's only like two seconds outside Olympic stuff.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, I mean it's 2 seconds outside
2 seconds
of
is a
the
long
world
time.
record.
And,
Sprinting,
in
but-
sprinting,
but
but 11
considering-
point, what was it?
Not
7.
bad for a drive show host.
Yeah, man.
But the thing is, I prepped, and the other thing too, we're going to put into to factor into this is what did you eat before it, Jace? A cracker with some. avo on it.
That was last night.
No, I had a good lunch today.
Yeah.
Some
Who's a good
Karachi
boy?
chicken on a bed of rice with shaved beetroot and
good.
cucumber.
So there's
Oh,
plenty
yeah.
of
Yeah, but
fuel.
then I could feel it sloshing around in my gut. So on the
Yeah.
day, it'll be a coffee and a couple of durries.
And a
then
Red Bull.
And a Red Bull just to fire me up.
so that you can definitely drop the baton out of nerves.
Shaking, trembling hands.
But I had I was going to have, I can't remember what I was going to, I was going to go pick something up to eat. And I was like, no, I got to run. So I'll just have my famous omelette, just eggs.
World famous.
I mean, I don't know
Capsicum.
that it's famous, Keyzie.
My world famous Keyzie omelette, capsicum, mushrooms, and just had that for lunch. I was like,
Yeah.
plenty of protein, and I won't go silly. Pugs got on the piss.
Last night.
No, for
Right,
lunch. And he still ran a 13-4.
Got to tell you, it's tempting, man.
Yeah, but then
He had a Caesar salad and 4 hazies.
in 4,
Fucking hell.
well, yeah, but that would account for the power chunder afterwards, though.
And also when you're 6'4", like him and bulletproof,
Yes.
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
matter.
And he's that age, Mogi. I mean, you and I didn't, get hangovers at that age, did we?
29.
29.
Actually, no, I did.
That's when mine
Right,
started.
shocking
They were well
ones.
kicked in by then. Fucking oath.
Should we meet up at the weekend, like every now and then,
Check
and
each
just,
other off.
and just kick a footy around?
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Come on, Mogi, hang out with us, man. Kick the ball around with me and Pugs and
I'll
Woody
do
today.
something. Probably not kick a ball around. But
Play frisbee?
But actually, yeah, a little bit of touch rugby or some shit like that. You
Nah.
know, feel each other up.
Anything that requires running, I'm out.
No, but you know what we could do is we could challenge Bricky to like a touch game, 5v5 or something,
Yeah,
and we get to call in like one ring in each or something.
right.
I'll call in
Straight to SJ.
straight to Est. Yeah.
Or, we got to go. Who's our league fella?
Charlie Gubb.
Charlie Gubb.
Charlie Gubb.
100%. We'd fly him up. The
No
port
offense, Charlie, but we wouldn't. We need someone good.
He was. What was
if
he?
we have a game of league, we'll do that. He's a forward.
He was a
He's a
forward,
prop.
yeah.
Yeah.
so he could run it off the back fence.
Yeah,
and
straight through.
And then Zoe will just touch him and it'll
He'll
be
get
play the ball.
concussed. Yeah.
Yeah, but we could do something like that because I love playing touch.
That there's so much. What's so good about it, and I'm really pleased about this, is we got rid of that egg bullshit.
Yes.
Because this has captivated the nation.
It has. And the other thing too, though, is I would do a cooking challenge if it was more interesting than just eggs.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like if we had to cook for a celebrity chef and they had to say who's main
But even if you
entree.
did that, like how much training is going into this, how much shit talk there is, how much people
Yeah.
are worried about it. No one, I could give a fuck about cooking, and nobody, but you wouldn't be spending any time thinking about it at all.
You know what we've tapped into is that once every 4-year excitement of watching like the sprints at the athletics, at the Olympics. Like we've tapped into that.
Well, it's just general competitive nature between people that are over the hill,
And it's
but
so
still
pure.
think they're not. Yeah, so there's that, and then we'll have all the other things that you can do. So you can do athletics, then you can have table tennis, pool, actual tennis.
One
darts.
thing- one
We'll
thing-
fuck them up
That'd be
at table
great.
tennis.
Heaps of shit.
One thing that's occurred to me is I'm going to have to strap up for the actual sprint itself.
What are you going to
Strap on.
Yeah, well, because I don't want that flopping all over the place
Oh.
and causing drag.
Oh, your massive penis.
It's funny because I watched that footage of you the last time you did it on Moon or whatever it was TV.
Yes.
There was no discernible bulge at all.
Were you
look like
looking
a-
for my bulge?
I
Were you,
was. I looked
Muggy,
like
you
a ki-
filthy
It looked
bastard.
like a Ken doll down there.
Hey, listen to Radio Hauraki between 4 and 7 every afternoon. You'll hear the big show, all right? The big show is so good.
Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki. Or give their podcast a hoon on iHeartRadio.